Hey everyone, it's Hunter and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then hi, it is so nice to meet you. In today's video, I am showing you guys what my travel essentials are. I am traveling to Puerto Rico in a couple of weeks and I'm super excited about it. So I decided to pull together all the things that I plan on taking with me because I want to do a video of me packing. A pack with me video. So while I was doing that, I was thinking, well, I have some things that I take on every trip with me. So I wanted to share with you guys what my essentials were and kind of explain them to you guys and maybe give you guys some advice on traveling if you don't do it a lot. So before we get started, be sure to subscribe to my channel down below if you have not already so that you guys can see the vlogs coming up from that trip. And also follow me on Instagram so you guys can see pictures coming up from that trip. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I wanted to talk about is some self-care items. So I need to get them all together. Hold on. Self-care necessities, if you will. I just threw all kinds of stuff behind me. So my self-care necessities for traveling. First things first, I like to have reusable bottles. I got these from Function of Beauty. I paid $5 for sample of the product and also the bottles. So I love to reuse these. I used all the product inside of these and now I just fill them up with whatever shampoo and conditioner combo I'm using at the moment. So that way I can always keep a consistency going on with the hair, and also just so that I can save little bottles because I know that they're not usually cost effective. But if you have used the travel size bottles before, then I would recommend saving them and filling them up when you get to the point where it's empty. I use the Mario Badescu Acne Facial Cleanser, but before I started using it regularly, I wanted to buy a travel size bottle to try it out and I really liked it. So that's why I have a travel size bottle. So I just fill it up with the product so that way I know what's in it, it's pre-labeled and everything like that. So like I said, I know this isn't usually cost effective and it's pretty wasteful whenever you're just throwing the bottles away when you're finished with them, but if you save them then obviously you're getting more use out of it. So definitely I like to reuse bottles in this way. My next travel essentials are related to my eyeballs. I'm basically blind, so I have glasses and I wear contacts. So I like to take an extra contact case with me in case something should happen to my contact case. I don't know, I'm paranoid about my vision on trips. One time I went on a trip and I messed up my contacts and I didn't have backup glasses or contacts. So I had to drive home basically blind. So ever since then I'm traumatized and I take 2 backup methods of vision. So it's always a good idea to take glasses with you anyway if you travel and you wear contacts, because like when you take your contacts out at the end of the day you want to still be able to see. Usually I take mine out right before I go to bed, but if I am traveling it's always a good idea to take these with you. And same thing with an extra contact case just in case you should lose yours or it gets gross or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm paranoid with my vision, so I want to make sure it's taken care of. Next, I like to take my Quip toothbrush with me everywhere. I have done a full review on my toothbrush, so I will link that down below as well as in the cards up here if you want to check out my review. But basically, I like that this functions as a cover, so that way I don't have to worry about it like getting gross in my bag or anything like that. And then whenever I am at my destination, I can attach it to the mirror with this adhesive stick on the end so that it's never laying on the counter, and I just think that makes this super travel friendly toothbrush. Next, something that I'm almost embarrassed to talk about is this. It is the Mega Babe Thigh Rescue Anti-Chafe Stick, and I don't know if this is super essential for anybody else, but it's super essential for me. When I was on my honeymoon in Mexico, a lot of the essentials that I have are because I'm traumatized by different travel experiences. I was on my honeymoon in Mexico and I was walking from my hotel to the mall, and it was like a mile away. So it wasn't even that far of a walk. It was a mile away, but I was wearing really terrible shoes and I was wearing shorts that were almost too short for me, like too small for me. So, and they were like rolled up, so they just kept rubbing the insides of my legs. And by the time we got to the hotel, I literally just wanted to lay down and not do anything. I don't know. I didn't want to walk because I was in so much pain from the chafing. So I bought this and it's been super helpful, and I've worn it with it's really nice to wear with dresses and stuff too. I know you can put deodorant on your legs to keep your legs from chafing, but I prefer this because it's a lot smoother. It's almost like lotion, but it's just like a lot thicker, stronger, and it goes on really well without making a mess because it's like a deodorant kind of applicator. So that one's super random, but I keep this in my travel backpack because I don't use it anytime else. Next, I like to take pain meds with me. If you are traveling by plane, then it's always a good idea because my ears pop like no other. So I have to have pain meds for that, because when my ears hurt and they pop, or when they pop they hurt, and then when they hurt I get a headache. So pain meds, always an excellent idea. And then also, just if you're going to a new place and you plan on doing a lot of discovering or anything like that, pain meds are always a good idea to have in case you are in a lot of pain from walking, because walking puts me in pain. And also I recommend some chapstick, just because, I don't know, chapstick is just an essential for me. I have one. I have a car chapstick, I have a work chapstick, I have a backpack, a purse, and a bedside chapstick. The last self-care slash makeup beauty product kind of thing is a multi-purpose palette. This is the Hannah Maloche Sugar Rush and Tarte palette, and oh, I just got this one and I've been using it a lot recently. But it has 2 highlight shades. Yeah, it has 2 highlight shades, it has 2 blush shades, a bronzer shade, and then you can also use all of these for eyeshadow. So that knocks out your blush, bronzer, highlighter, and eyeshadow. So that's like 4 products in one, and it has a mirror. So you're good to go in any situation. So I really like this because it's just a nice size to fit inside of my travel bag, and then I don't have to worry about carrying as many products along with me. Just minimizes everything. Next, as far as attire goes, I think having a pair of super versatile shoes is really important. These ones are falling apart, so I won't be wearing these on my next trip because they are falling apart, but if they were not falling apart, they'd be in my bag. Basically, these are nice because you can throw them on with like casual clothes, but you can also wear them onto the beach, and because they are this material, they clean off really well. But then like when you want to wear it to dinner or something, they don't look super cheap shoes. Flip-flops that are gonna fall apart if you wear them for longer than a day. So, except these are falling apart, but I wore these all summer long, so they were only $12 at Target. So that's what's happening here. The next essential that I think that you need to take, or that is essential for me, is a bag for my laptop. I take a different backpack on every trip I go on, I swear. I'm not consistent at all, and I have sand in all of them, but we're gonna forget about that. But some of them do not have laptop sleeves, so I always want to make sure that my laptop is protected if I do take it with me. I don't take my laptop on every trip for reasons. Sometimes it depends on where I'm going, how long I'm going, who I'm going with, what the purpose of the trip is. So for example, I'm going on this trip that I'm going on in March for a wedding, but it's also vacation, so I don't want, and it's also with family, so I don't want to be distracted by my computer, so I'm more than likely not gonna take it with me. Also because the internet's not gonna be great where we're staying, and I just don't want to have to worry about it through security and all that. But if I'm going to the beach, then I'm gonna take it with me. If I'm going somewhere where I know I have super reliable Wi-Fi, I'm gonna take it with me, so having this is super nice to have with me. My next essential is my vlog camera, which is what I'm filming on right now, so I can't show it to you, but it is the Canon G7X with the flip-up screen. It's so nice to travel with because it's small and compact, and it fits inside of a bag really easily, of any size pretty much. So I like to carry it with me because, well, it's my vlog camera. That's what I bought it for vlogging, and that's the reason why I like to have it for my vlog camera anyways, because of the compactness and the smallness of it. But also I like to have it for taking pictures or anything like that as well. And to go along with that, I like to have a travel size tripod. I have a couple of different travel size tripods, so I'm probably not going to take this one, but you never know when you need one, and it's nice to be able to carry it. My next essential has nothing to do with electronics, but it is this eye mask, and I talked about this in my February favorites, but it's seriously so great. It's adjustable. This one was $3.99 from TJ Maxx, so it was very, very affordable, although I know that they can be super pricey. But if you're flying on a plane, or you're driving in a car, or something like that, and you're not actually the one driving, then this is so nice if you do want to take a nap, because then you can block out the light. You also don't know what kind of lighting situation the house or apartment or accommodation that you're staying in is gonna have. So I'm staying in a house when I go to Puerto Rico, and I don't know what the lighting situation is gonna be like, so I want to have this just in case. We have light blocking windows, I mean curtains, in our bedroom because there are street lights in the neighborhood, and maybe there's street lights in the neighborhood there, and I just want to be prepared in case there are lots of lights, because I cannot sleep with light. The next essential item, let's see, is going to be a backpack of some sort. I feel like everybody takes a purse or some sort of cutesy little beach bag, which is totally fine, but I feel like a backpack is always a good idea to take, especially if you're going to, I don't know, if you're going to like Europe or something, you have to pay for grocery bags, which honestly is like a good idea. America, step up your game and make us pay for grocery bags so we don't litter the world. But anyway, that's beside the point. A backpack is a nice idea. I carried this around when I was in England, and whenever I went to a grocery store or something, I just threw my stuff inside my bag instead of paying for a bag, and then I could keep it on my back. and it has a slot for water bottles. It has a lot of pockets. I got this one for like $10 at Walmart one year during back to school, and I usually only use this to travel, so that way it doesn't get gross or anything like that, and it's not overused because I'm only traveling with it. And then my everyday backpack that I use on a regular basis doesn't get disgusting or ruined on a trip. So I would rather my cheap bag get ruined on a trip than my bag that I use every single day, because I can replace this one a lot easier. So there's that. And then the next thing that I would recommend along the line of bags is grocery bag. This is just a canvas bag that I got from a women's conference at a church, but I have so many bags like this, and this was just the easiest because you can just ball it up and throw it in your bag, but you can also use it to carry stuff, whether you're using it for the beach, if you're going to a beach, if you're going to the grocery store and you need a bag to put your stuff in. I just think a canvas bag is always a good idea to take with me because I never know when I'm gonna need it, and like I said, it's just easy to throw into the bag. Also, you can put like dirty clothes in this on your way back. Literally, you can use so many things. You can use this bag for so many different things. I do have one more that I don't have up here, but one last thing, or two more things that I have up here are is an extra phone charger, because like I said, a lot of my travel necessities are due to trauma, not actual trauma, but being traumatized from past travel experiences. An extra phone charger, not the one that you plan on taking with you to use for your phone, but one that you put away in your suitcase somewhere and you hope and pray you never have to pull it out. However, sometimes you might need it. I didn't even have my phone for that long. I have an iPhone 10, but I think I had a 7 at the time, and I didn't even have my phone for that long. It was a brand new charger, and I was flying from, so I flew overnight from Charlotte to Madrid, and that flight was fantastic, wonderful, perfect. Literally the most perfect flight I've ever had in my life, and nothing will ever compare to that one. However, my experience once I landed was absolutely miserable, and I felt very rushed, and I felt like I needed to get off the plane from Madrid to Birmingham so quickly that I left my phone charger on the plane. And that was the beginning of my trip, and I was in England for the next 10 days, and I very easily could have bought another phone charger while I was there, but I didn't want to because I knew it was going to be a lot more expensive than I wanted to pay for it. And so, extra one, just in case, especially when you don't have cell service and you don't have, if your phone's dead, like, it's pretty much useless, so you can't find a store to buy a charger. So an extra charger is essential. It's essential, okay? Trust me. And last but not least on my list is a DSLR camera. If you have one, I would recommend taking one with you. Again, depends on what you're gonna be doing, but I'm absolutely looking forward to taking my DSLR camera with me to Puerto Rico to get some really, really cool photos to post on Instagram. So, I don't know, this is not like an absolute essential. This is one of those things that discretion is advised. But also, whenever I talked about my vlog camera, I forgot to mention that if you have any extra batteries or anything like that, take those with you, and chargers are also very important. Don't forget your chargers. So that is all I have for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below so that you guys can check out travel vlogs. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.